Awesome. All right, looks like we are live and ready to go, and the sirens have started. So let's just settle in for a moment. So I'm not trying to talk over the trucks and sirens and such. So I promise it was totally early a minute ago. So find yourself in a nice, comfortable seated position. And you're welcome to be in a chair for today's practice. We're going to be doing some moving and a whole lot of breathing. So many yogis might consider breathing to be the second most important thing for yoga. They'll all have a different answer for what's the number one most important. But if not breathing first, then at least breathing second. So that is why we are going to do some breathing today. And lots of it. So the first thing we want to talk about is posture. Without a strong and flexible posture, we're not going to get the breath we need or the breath we want. So that involves, when seated, hips above the knees. In a chair, you can sit up on a cushion and you want to be forward so you're not leaning back against the chair. I don't know if you can see this, but when you lean back, you're collapsing the front of the body, so you're not going to get the space to expand the lungs. Second thing we want to do is the head is above, sitting on the spine, and we do it when we're standing. That hyoid bone goes back and up, so that lifts us up. Back heart alignment. Soften the shoulders, shoulder blades towards each other. And first thing coming out of the gate, sometimes it's not comfortable to come into a nice, beautiful posture, and that's when we move first before we come into a breathing practice. So the other thing I want to talk about today is your diaphragm. We'll do some diaphragmatic breathing. Sorry, there's a lot of extra syllables in there. So your diaphragm comes about up to here and down into the lower ribs. And so internal organs below, heart and lungs above the diaphragm. For the most part, there's all kinds of stuff going everywhere. But if the diaphragm's not moving in the right order with the breath, it can cause all kinds of backwards problems, plus you're not getting that space again. For example, if when you inhale, kind of like when you gasp, you're pulling your diaphragm up, and that's shortening the breath. So when we inhale, we want the diaphragm to go down, kind of like I picture a jellyfish. When you inhale, it's kind of like an umbrella, this kind of shape. When you inhale, it goes down and spreads out. And then when you exhale, it comes back up to that upside down U shape. So I'm sure there's some videos on YouTube that show you that actual movement. But we're going to start with a breath that will help make that happen naturally. We've done this before, but I'll go over it again. So we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So all nose breathing. So you can close your mouth, you can close your eyes if you're comfortable. Sometimes it's easier to visualize things with the eyes closed. So the breath comes in the nose, to the back of the head, and then down the back body. On the exhale, it's going to come up, belly button comes in, and then the breath comes up and out the nose. Okay, I just got really loud again. Sorry. All right, so let's practice that a little bit while we're waiting for the errands are getting closer. Hopefully everybody's okay. so let's start with that breath. So we're going to inhale in through the nose, send the visual of the breath going to the back of the head and down the back body, all the way down to the tailbone. That's going to soften the diaphragm down. On the exhale, pull the belly button in and have the breath come up the front of the body and out the nose. Inhale. And exhale. So this breath is, if you want, you can put your hand on the belly. Inhale. And the belly is going to come out a little bit. Exhale, belly comes in. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. So there's three parts of the torso that we want to move when we're taking our inhale and exhale. And that's going to be the belly, the chest, and this lower rib cage. So this lower rib cage is where the diaphragm's attached. And then when the belly comes out, that gives us more space for the diaphragm to go down. And then we want to be able to expand up here in our upper rib cage. So those are the three parts that we want to keep an eye on. We'll do a couple things as we go, but let's move around a little bit. So I've been sitting for this like this for a bit. If you're in a chair, that's fine, you can stay there. If you're on the floor, you want to bring both legs out in front. And let's do some movement here so we're not getting all stiff, and we can get the breath going and expand this whole space. So the first thing we want to do is down the legs into the mat, and I'm on these boards so they're making a lot of noise. I'll just do it quietly. All right. And then let's make circles around with the ankles. And you can do that seated in the chair, just lift them up a little bit and then make circles. Very nice. All right, and then move the wrists a little bit here today. And if it's uncomfortable to sit cross-legged, you can tuck the legs out or cross the legs, whichever's more comfortable. So tuck the thumbs, wrap the fingers around, make circles around the wrists. Getting into the elbows and the shoulders, one direction and the other. All right, so shake that off. And if comfortable, you can come back to a cross-legged position. So we're gonna, I know we do a lot of cat and cow, we do those 6 directions of the spine, plus the 7th would be extension of the spine. So we're gonna go through our cat and cow to start. And I want you to pay attention to this upper rib cage and the upper spine. So we're moving the whole spine, but this is where we want to make that space. So we'll start with an exhale, come into our cat, tuck the chin, round the spine. On the inhale, lead with the collarbones, looking up. So this is opening up the front. Exhale, back to cat. When we close down in, we're forcing that air out. Inhale. We're opening up the front of the rib cage. Exhale back. So when we sit in a slouched position, maybe you're noticing, try and take a breath here on an inhale. You don't have as much space. Inhale, cow. Now you've got the space to get that breath in there. Exhale back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We're going to come up to cow one more time. Inhale, and then let's pause here and take another full breath. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale back to neutral. Beautiful. All right, so another spot that we don't really pay much attention to is this lower rib cage. So that's why we do the laterals, and that's what we're going to do next. So again, if it's uncomfortable to sit cross-legged, you can switch legs in front, or stay in the chair, or come into a chair at any time. All right, for our laterals, we're going to start with one hand on the floor. I'm going to inhale this first arm up, and feel that extension from the fingertips down to that hip. Exhale, bring that hand down, inhale, other side. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, second side. Exhale back. All right, so now we're gonna go and take an extra breath. Inhale, let's take 2 breaths here. Feel that breath from the fingertips to the hip. Exhale, hip to fingertips. Release that arm, let's do the other side. Inhale. And exhale down the whole side body. Again, inhale, fingertips, hip, exhale, hip to fingertips. Nice, and release. So let's add another movement to that. So first hand starts on the ground, inhale. We're gonna exhale, bring it over towards that other side. Pushing in with the hand on the floor. Now feel all of that space in between the ribs. Those are your intercostal muscles. Inhale, back to vertical. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Again, inhale, exhale over, inhale up, exhale back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All right, you guessed it, we're gonna add another breath in here. Let's inhale up, exhale over. Now breathe into that rib cage. Exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale. Another inhale, come up, exhale, release. Other side, inhale, exhale over. And let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale into that rib cage. Exhale, release. Inhale again. Exhale. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna do one more round of that, and we're gonna go all the way over on the inhale. Hand down on the floor. Inhale all the way up and over. Exhale all the way back. Other side. Inhale. Exhale all the way back. All right, so moving with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale over. Exhale, bring it back. All right, so we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to add a couple of breaths while we're in position. And at any time, if you get uncomfortable, switching the legs. All right, so here we go again. Inhale. We're going to pause here. Exhale. And let's take 3 breaths here into that rib cage. After you finish your 3rd breath, and take your time, inhale back, exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Inhale all the way over. And then 3 breaths into that rib cage. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. More on your own. Excellent. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. Very nice. All right. Next, let's come back to symmetrical before we go into our twist. So that our symmetrical is back to cat and cow. So we're going to exhale back to cat, tuck the chin. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Back to center. And then let's come into our twist. So we want to inhale and lift. By lifting, we're getting space in the vertebrae as well as in the rib cage. So inhale, lifting. On the exhale, going to the first side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. Now let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Back to center, and then let's add another breath into our twist. We're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, first side. Pause here. Take one more full breath. Inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, come back to center. And then going to the other side. Exhale. Take a full breath here. And then coming back to center. Beautiful. So from here, let's bring the legs out again if you are seated cross-legged. And if you're in a chair, you can stretch the legs out again. And let's come into a forward fold. So we're gonna bring the legs out straight from the hips if that's comfortable. They can be in a little bit closer, a little wider. If this isn't comfortable, excuse me, have a little bend in the knees, or you can also do this cross-legged or in the chair. All right, so we're gonna inhale the arms up. On the exhale, fold forward, tap down, inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold, tap down, inhale, come back up. Again, exhale, forward fold, tap down, inhale, coming back up. And exhale, release the arms. Very nice. All right, from here, let's come and we're going to do one more thing seated, and then we'll come up to our hands and knees. So again, you can cross your legs, or if you're in your chair, stay right where you are. So one of the spots that can get tight in the back from looking down at computers or phones or something like that, rounding forward and dropping the chin. So that area in between the shoulder blades and all the way down that cervical spine, so the back of the neck. That area can get super tight from being overly open. So we want to pull that back up. And what we're going to do that with is with the breath. So we often do sun breath number 3, like that. So we're going to add neck movement with that. And so we're going to bring palms together, forearms together, elbows together. If that's too much, that's fine to just bring the hands. We're going to open up. All right, so we're going to start with an exhale. Exhale, drop the chin down. On the inhale, we're going to open the arms and look up towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, arms come back together, drop the chin. Inhale, open, looking up. Exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale. Let's pause here for a moment and activate those muscles in the back. Exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Release that. And just take a moment, check in with the breath here. Excellent. Before we come up to our hands and knees, let's do one more thing here. So I'm going to have you bring your hands to that lower rib cage. So you can poke in there, find the bottom rib. Let's just take a couple of breaths here. So on an inhale, want your hands to kind of come away from each other. On the exhale, they're going to come back in. Inhale and exhale. That might be a little easier standing up to notice. So maybe sometime later today you can do this while you're standing. Excellent. All right, so let's come up to our hands and knees and we'll do those 7 directions of the spine on our hands and knees. All right, so if you are on something softer than plywood, you may not need a blanket, but I'm gonna get one because this is mildly uncomfortable. All right, so if you want a knee blanket under your knees and even a blanket under your wrists, that's fine too. The other option is you can walk your hands out a little bit further. That's going to give the wrists a little bit more room. And knees can be where they're comfortable. That can be wider than the hips or closer in. Again, whatever feels comfortable. And don't feel like you can't move once you get into position. You can always adjust where you are. So let's start with that cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, or sorry, let's start with our exhale. So exhale, cat, tuck the chin, making that curve on the upswing there. On the inhale, leading with the collarbones, looking up towards the horizon, if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, back to cat. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Let's go ahead and add a breath on each end. So back to cat with the exhale. And let's pause here and inhale. And then exhale. Much easier to exhale in the cat. Let's go to cow. So we'll inhale to cow. Pause here. And let's exhale. A little bit trickier. Inhale again. And one more exhale. Beautiful. And then let's come back to our neutral spine. All right. So one of my favorite on hands and knees is our lateral. So let's come into that. So I'm going to start with my left hand where it is. I'm going to walk my right hand over, next to, in front of, past, whatever works for you. And then we're going to turn and look at that left foot. So let's breathe into that right side body. And we'll do 3 different breaths with a different visualization for each one. So let's start with the fingertips. We're going to inhale the right fingertips all the way down that right side body and out the right toes. On the exhale from the right toes, all the way out the right fingers. Second breath, inhale at that right shoulder, all the way down to that right hip. Exhale from the right hip, all the way out the right shoulder. And one more breath here, just into that right rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Walk that hand over. And let's come to the other side. Left hand comes over, next to, in front of, past, whatever works. Turning and looking at that right foot. Let's take a couple of breaths here on this side. Same order. Inhale from the left fingers, all the way down to the left toes. Exhale from the left toes, all the way up the left fingers. Second breath, left shoulder, all the way up that left hip. Exhale from that left hip, all the way up the left shoulder. And one more breath here, right into that left rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Walk that left hand back, and we'll come back to symmetrical before we do a twist. So cat and cow, exhale cat, inhale cow, exhale cat, inhale cow, exhale cat, inhale cow. Beautiful. All right, back to neutral. And then let's come into let's do our gate pose. It's an open twist, and we'll do both versions of it. So if you have a block for the switching side to side, you can use that. All right, so for our first gate pose, I'm going to turn sideways. So we're going to bring this right foot out to the side. Left hand stays where it is. On an inhale, let's bring this right arm up towards the ceiling or the sky. That's our open twist. Take a breath here. We can do that a couple times. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale here. Inhale. And bring that hand down. We'll tuck that right knee under and send that left foot out. All right, let's do the second side. Inhale. Bring that left arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. And then let's do that 2 or 3 more times. Exhale down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, let's pause for another breath. Inhale up. Take an exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. Beautiful. All right, let's come up to a high gate pose. So kneeling up here. And let's start with this left leg out to the side. We use the block as we switch legs. All right, or if you get a little wobbly, it's right there for you. So this left hand can be on that left hip or down that left leg. You're going to inhale, bring this right arm up. Exhale, bring it over towards that left foot. And we can do that a couple times too. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. And pause here and breathe into that rib cage. 1 or 2 breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it up on your next inhale. Exhale, release. Let's do that other side. That left knee under, right leg comes out. Right hand on that right hip or down that right leg. Inhale, bring that left arm up. On the exhale, bring it over towards that right foot. And let's do a couple breaths here. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more. Inhale. Exhale over. And let's pause here and breathe into that rib cage again. 2 breaths. Excellent. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Tuck that right knee under. And then let's come back down to hands and knees. We'll do one more extension, or we'll do one more direction. That's our extension. Let's do our cat and cow first. So exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. 2 or 3 on your own. Excellent. And then pause here. And let's do our extension. So we're going to do our spinal balance pose. Start with the left leg back. The arm comes forward. Pause there. On an exhale, you can bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. And one last time, exhale. Inhale, open. And then on your next exhale, down to the ground. Beautiful. All right, let's go to the other side. Right leg back. Left arm forward. Full breath here. And then next exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, back to the ground. Excellent. One last cat and cow here on the hands and knees. And then when you're ready, we're going to come over and sit on one side or the other. And let's come down onto the flat of the back. Hands on the knees, rolling back onto the back, not breaking the. Dropped it and sat on it. Okay. Hopefully it's still working. All right. So let's start with our Apanasana. Hands on the knees. You can have the knees wide if that's more comfortable for the lower back and the back of the neck. 2 options with the hands. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, release. Or hands come down to the joint where the thigh meets the hip. Exhale, knees slide up. Inhale, and slide down. So the knees come in either way, wherever you have your hands. Let's do maybe 3 to 5 Apanasanas. Nice and slow. And then release the feet down to the mat. And let's extend the legs all the way straight out. So we'll get one more extension in here. Arms down by your sides. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead to the floor above you. If that's not comfortable, exhale, bring them back. You can inhale, cactus arms. Or snow angel arms. So exhale, arms down by your side, and then inhale, the back of the arms slide up towards the crown of the head, going just as far as it's comfortable. So maybe you're not taking it all the way to the crown of the head, just part way, that's totally fine, wherever your arms come. So you can do any of those 3, or all 3 if you want. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Beautiful. All right, let's finish with palm flips. We'll start with the palm facing the floor, keeping the feet engaged, pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we're going to lift the palms to face the sky or the ceiling. On the exhale, bring them back down to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Excellent. So now it's time for your relaxation pose. However that looks for you. If you're in a chair, you can stay seated in the chair and rest your hands on the top of your thighs. If you have a second chair, you can rest your arms and your forehead on that other chair. If you're on the ground and you're not comfortable laying flat on your back, you can bring your chair over and bring your legs up on your chair, or keep your feet in the mat and the knees bent. I'm going to hop up so I can do your relaxation. Leave this fly away. But whatever you need to get comfortable, find that maybe a blanket under your head. Maybe you're under the air conditioner and you want a blanket over you. Finding that most comfortable version of your relaxation pose for you. And let's do a full body relaxation, walking up the body, relaxing each part as we go. Starting with the toes. Relax the toes, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees and the space behind the knees. Relax the thighs. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. But when you're ready, gently bringing your awareness back into your space. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. Again, when you're ready, and with an inhale, using your upper arm to push up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way, we're going to finish with our cooling breath. It's called Shitali, and it's where you either curl your tongue or tuck your tongue behind your teeth. So genetically, if you can't do it, that's okay. If you can curl your tongue, you're going to go a little curl. If you can't, tuck the tip of the tongue behind the bottom back teeth, like that. So this is what I call our swamp cooler breath. So we're inhaling over the tongue, and then we're going to exhale out through the nose. So this is cooling for the body. All right, here we go. We'll do it 3 times. Inhale. Exhale out the nose. Inhale. Exhale out the nose. And one more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed breathing with me today. I hope you keep on continuing to breathe, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.